Well, it is still the 29th of February, the last day of February, a leap year. And I'm reading out of Speaking from the Heart. It is a book about and also written partly by Joan Marshall Grant. It was edited by Nicola Bennett, Jane Lahr and Sophia Rossoff. Speaking from the Heart, Ethics, Reincarnation and What It Means to be Human. And it was interrupted because of my battery. So I am continuing. It is about Trish, who Joan helped in her crossing over. I don't think gas hurts, and I'm not frightened of pain, so it doesn't matter if it does. I'm not a coward about pain, only about living. I didn't mind the pain after the baby. It kept me away from Philip. I'm so glad that the baby died. I should have had to take it with me. A very little baby would be frightened in hell, and if they knew how to bring it back, they would keep it prisoner. But now it is free, for Joan said it wasn't a real baby, and I hadn't killed it, for it had never really happened, because I didn't want to bear a child to Philip. She was quite right, for I knew that if it looked like Philip, I should want to kill it. Even a very little baby, I should want to kill it if it looked like Philip. It's silly to mind the floor being cold. My body will soon be as cold as the floor. I wonder if hell is hot, like the picture said. This referred to a picture seen as a child in an illustrated Bible of the more horrific sort. At this point, Joan's association with Trish became very close. Joan talked slowly, as though each word was a great effort. I'll pretend I'm having an anesthetic when it's difficult to breathe, slowly difficult. I can hear someone say, "Breathe deeply. The doctor must have come and the baby will be born soon. Then there won't be any more pain. Any more pain." I was very cold before they gave me the anesthetic. I thought the nursing room had much smaller rooms. They must have moved me, for this room is full of flowers. I haven't any pain and I don't feel sick. I thought I always felt sick after an anesthetic. I never knew Charles was a doctor. I'm glad he doesn't wear doctor's clothes. He's come into the room and he smiles and says, "How are you feeling on your birthday?" I laugh and say, "You mean the baby's birthday?" "No, yours," he says. "Get out of bed and come and look out of the window." I don't want to look out of the window. I don't like Chester. Look out first before deciding. I feel very, funny. My scar's gone. He holds out his hand. I put mine in it and we walk across the room. Such a big room. The carpet is so soft under my feet, not cold like the floor of the kitchen. The windows go down to the ground like doors, then open, and outside there is a wood, a very sunny wood, full of flowers. He says, "Let's go along that path." I say, "I can't go without my slippers. I must go back to bed." "You needn't do anything you don't want to." "You can't do anything you don't want to." "Needn't I wear slippers?" He says, "We've got a very special way of taking our clothes off when it's hot and sunny, like it is today." Suddenly he is naked, and so am I. I'm not at all ashamed. It's lovely, free, a free feeling, and the sun is so warm. Then we go along the wood. I eat some strawberries, and he says, "They taste much sweeter up here, don't they?" I don't know what to say, so I say yes. You don't have to say yes, you know. Then he takes me to a place where there are a lot of people. I think they must be wearing fancy dress, for they have got wreaths on their heads, and some are naked and wear tunics. There's someone there who's just like my brother. I can't understand. He's dead. He's dead and went to hell like I'm going. I didn't say that aloud, but Charles heard, and he said, If this is hell, I don't think you've got anything to worry about, do you, Trish? And the man who looked so like my brother, only much happier than he ever did, says, I thought I was going to hell too, Trish. But you're dead. I say, I know you're dead. I heard the thud of your coffin when the rope slipped and it hit the bottom of the grave. He puts his arms around me. Do I feel very dead? I was so frightened of being mad. I'm not unhappy or alone, and the enemy can't get me anymore. Oh, I do hope I go on being mad. Now all the people are laughing, not at me, but as though they all knew a secret and were going to share it with me. Not these horrible secrets they wouldn't tell me at school, or those horrible, unsaid things. You are sane, they say. Only happy people are entirely sane, and you belong to us now. And Charles says, I must go now. I'm supposed to be watching another story of the tree. Then, suddenly, he isn't here anymore. Joan said he was very good at magic, but I didn't know he could disappear like that. Then all the people laughed as though I had said something aloud, instead of just thinking. Then a man, I've seen him somewhere before, but I can't remember where, gave me a cup of water to drink. I was very thirsty, and when I had drunk it, I couldn't remember anything about the time when I hadn't been alive. It was such a long time ago, the time when I'd be dead, that it didn't matter. I used to be afraid of forgetting things, but here it doesn't matter, where you can look forwards instead of backwards. And there are such a lot of new people, and I'm not afraid of any of them. And they like me. They really do like me. They're not just being kind. So this was out of second part, chapter 9. The next one is part 3, which plays from 1958 to 1970, France.